think now, whether I'm working one-to-one with someone, or if I'm with a friend in need, or even just on a course, like, I have no agenda, I have no set thing that I'm going to do or talk about. I can have ideas and reflections beforehand, but I guess I seem to fall into the space of, it's a connection, it's a human connection. That's what I'm interested in getting with someone. It isn't their story or my good ideas. It's connecting with another human being. And I feel through this connection we kind of work together. And we're looking in the direction of the universal truth. We're looking in that direction together. And how that comes about will be different with every single person. And I may use more words or less words. But the change for people comes from within them, from their insight, through their reflection. And I feel my role as a facilitator is to just, it's almost like holding someone's hand through that. And when they kind of go off track, you can keep pointing them back. Oh no, this is the direction we're looking in together. It's not a direction I know, it's a direction I'm looking in. I don't know the end point because there is no end point. But this is the direction I've been looking in for my own health. And this is a direction we can explore together. There is no doing involved. There is no technique. There is nothing I could tell someone else, you need to do this. Because I know for myself, I realised how important listening was. But as soon as I started thinking, I need to make sure I listen I need to listen really well, I need to do deep listening when I'm with someone, that distracted me from just being present with them, because I was trying to deep listen them. And that doesn't work. That as human beings we have the potential to sit and be present with another human being and listen. And we're not just listening to their words, we're listening to the feeling behind their words. And I have total trust that words will find me and words will find them, and we'll communicate to move forward in a direction together. And I know that I have no more wisdom than anyone else. We all have incredible capacity for new thinking. And all it takes is one new thought to create change. From an experience to be completely unmanageable and unbearable, to seeing it with a completely fresh eyes, and you see a way through it. It's just being with another human being in the moment and seeing what comes up. Like, there is no more to it than that. And I know that it sounds so simple, and it would be nice if I could say, oh, actually, if you do this, this and this, people always get better, they always feel great afterwards. But there is no prescription. There is only your level of understanding in the moment. How clear are you seeing life? How clearly are you seeing the nature of life and how it works? And I guess the clearer you are, the clearer you'll be in your explanation and your conversation with your client or your friend or whoever it may be. And again, I'm not looking at other human beings anymore as if there's something wrong with them or that they're broken, because I understand that that's not possible. So when you're with another human being and you're looking at them and seeing the wholeness and the okayness of them, that really does something for another human being. I know that the first course I was on, being with Dr. Roger Mills, who talked about my health, and I knew he totally 100% believed I was whole and healthy. It was incredible. I don't know if I'd actually ever spent time with someone who saw so clearly my mental health and my okayness. I know it reminded me of being a young child, and if you fall down and one of your parents picks you up, they know that you've just banged your knee and you're going to be okay. That even though your whole world's falling apart and you're going crazy, they know you're going to be okay. That feeling is almost like a safety, like being hugged by it. Their certainty kind of really helped me believe I'd be okay. And I then experienced that again with Roger at a time when I really didn't think I was okay. So if I can share that with other people, then that's an incredible job. I wouldn't even see it as a job. What an incredible gift to be able to be with people and share that depth of feeling and connection. So as I mentioned before, we were able to do an intensive last year with Keith Bevans and Valda Monroe, and they have this really simple diagram that they showed us, and it was, when I first looked at it, I was like, yeah, I can see that, I'm on board with that. But over the 4 days, I kind of saw how I'd been sitting on the fence. So in this diagram, it talks about the inside-out nature of life, that we're only ever experiencing our thinking in the moment, and then the idea that our feeling comes from something other than thought in the moment, and then they kind of have this middle part where I think we all reside, of, you know, you think it works both ways. And by the end of the 4 days, I realised, even though I will get lost in my thinking and sort of become more mixed in my thinking, and think that it is something other than my thinking in the moment creating my feeling, that I now, if asked, would be in the line of people that would say that my experience is inside out, it's coming from within. And making that decision it's been so interesting this year, because I can't trick myself anymore. Like I can't trick myself into thinking it really is the other person or it really is the situation, because it will just keep coming to me of like, well, where do you think your feeling's coming from? Where do you think your feeling is coming from? And I'm like, I know it. It's coming from my thinking. And however infuriating that can be sometimes, because I want it to be the other person. I want the other person to be an irritating person. I can't trick myself. I cannot trick myself anymore into thinking a circumstance, a person, the weather is where my feeling's coming from. It just doesn't work that way. So I guess over the last year I've become way more aligned with how it actually works, how experience actually works, rather than how I think sometimes it might work. Like, I can see how it actually works. I've got such a sense of that. And I'm still, I'm still inexperienced, I'm still trying to, blame the other person, but I can't, because I know that's not how it works anymore. So, the term inside out, that we're living from the inside out, I've been around that now for 8 years. And over this last year, it's just taken on such a deeper meaning. That it's not ever going to be anything other than that. It's always coming from the inside. I'm always living the experience of my thinking. Full stop. There is no more to it than that. And that is just, it's a gift. I feel so grateful to everyone that's ever spent time sharing their understanding with me, all the people we've interviewed, all the people I've sat on, whose courses I've sat on, and one-to-ones that I've done. Anyone that showed up on our course, listened to us and then shared what they've seen. I am just so grateful for being around such an incredible group of people that all really, I think, are heading in the direction they want to help alleviate human suffering. And we are all doing our best to share this understanding in the best way we know how. And I see all of my teachers, anyone that I've ever met, my family, all of them are, in a way now, my teachers. Because it's so easy for us to see this in other people. We can see when people are getting confused about where their feeling comes from. So I feel so hopeful for human beings. This understanding really has shown me that there is hope for anybody in any circumstance, in any feeling state. That there is something so powerful within all of us that we can overcome anything. Whatever that may be, whatever we have created with thought, it can change. And that is just incredible.